Hey guys, this is me again, and I have with me the Quran. So I just wanna talk about all the things, you know what I mean. So basically, when you go to the page that talking about the surah verses and the numbers and the page and those kind of things, you will receive the first surah is the Fatiha, you know what I mean? That means the key, you know what I mean? So the key is the key for everything, you know what I mean? So I will say like it's the key for the life, you know what I mean? Because the key is saying here, and then after the key, after you read the key and you know the key, you know what I mean, so you know the purpose and everything, then it's gonna become Surah Al-Baqarah, you know what I mean, the cow. The cow means like if you see the cow and you read it and you didn't change, then there is something wrong with you, you know what I mean? Then you are a cow, you know what I mean? The cow. God said the cow, you know what I mean? Al-Baqarah, the cow. So basically, he means like you're stupid, you know what I mean? And in this surah, God talks about the devil and talks about uh, Adam and the apple and stuff like that, you know what I mean? How you doing, sir?
Good.
Hi. So,
Nice day.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's good. So the cow is like, don't be a cow, you know what I mean? Be smart, you know what I mean? In the cow, God told us to not do magic. In the cow, God told us the story of Adam and Eve and the devil. In the cow, God told us about a lot of faith things, you know what I mean? So he told us in the cow, like I don't remember, I don't remember exactly everything stories, you know what I mean? And it's the longest surah in the Quran, the cow, you know what I mean? And it's long because it has a lot of information, you know what I mean? A lot of information, you know. Then Al Imran. Al Imran, this is will tell you, he didn't say Al Muhammad, you know what I mean? He said Al Imran. That means Maryam ibn Imran family. So basically, he doesn't want to say, he said Al Imran. So that means the family of God names. The family of God. So then, listen, it's the key, then the cow, then the family of God. You know what I mean? Al Imran. Al Imran is the family of God, and this will tell you that the people in the judgment day, they will be named, like in the future you'll be named by your mom, not your dad. Only here you are your dad, you know what I mean? So my name is Muhammad Abdul Razak Hussein, is here just only in this world, you know what I mean? So then when he spoke about Al Imran, and in Al Imran he talks about a lot of wisdom things, you know what I mean? A lot of things that's like, I call them wisdom. Surah Al Imran, I call it the wisdom. The wisdom, I call Surah Al Imran, you know what I mean? And Surah Al Baqarah, the cow, I call it the information. The information you need, you know what I mean, in this world. Then after that, Al Nisa, that means the woman. He didn't say the man, you know what I mean? That means the women have value, you know what I mean? So they are the surah number 4, you know what I mean? The women, surah number 4. He said An-Nisa, you know what I mean? That means the woman, you know what I mean? And believe me guys, women have a lot of value, you know what I mean? Women, they are above everybody except God, you know what I mean? Women are the future, the beauty of life, you know what I mean? That's woman, you know what I mean? the beauty. Even God called them in the Quran the other time. He called them Zahrat al Hayat al Dunya. That means the flower of the life of the dunya, of this life, you know what I mean? So, An-Nisa number 4, you know what I mean? Number 5, Al-Ma'idah. Al-Ma'idah is the, is like the table of the food, you know what I mean? It's like your dining room, the table on your dining room, that's called Ma'idah, you know what I mean? So that means like the people that will have fun with God, you know what I mean? The people who will be around God, you know what I mean? Al-Ma'idah, that means like you're gonna be around God, you know what I mean? You're gonna like, I tell you this. After the judgment day, after everybody will go to where they deserve, Al-Ma'idah is you will see God and you will talk to God and you will ask Him any question you want, you know what I mean? But not everybody. Certain people, you know what I mean? So Al-Ma'idah is like the people who are God people, or God, like I'll tell you this, is like every day there will be celebration after in the future, like every 2-3 hours, every 10 hours, every, I don't know how to say it, but that life is different than this life, you know what I mean? But every period you will have a body, you know what I mean, party of God, some because of the military will win something, or it's the remember it's inauguration, or it's this and that, you know what I mean? So Al-Ma'idah. Al-An'am, after the Ma'idah come Al-An'am. Al-An'am, that means animals, you know what I mean? So in Al-An'am, God is talking about the people who are animals, and He said it in Surah what's it called, Al-Furqan. He said, إنهم إلا كالأنعام بل هم أضل سبيلا. So that means they are like animals, but the animals better than them, you know what I mean? So that's in Surah Al-Furqan. He said that. So Al-An'am, so basically he's telling you there's no word worse than animals, you know what I mean? Or he wanna tell, he will say it like the name. He said Al-An'am. If God named us something else, if He said كلهم or something like that, what's that mean? We will be like, what's that mean? But He said Al-An'am because He doesn't mean like animals. He's saying like you are worse than animal, you know what I mean? Like the animal is better than you know what I'm talking about? So then Al-An'am, basically that means like handicap, you know what I mean? So basically Al-A'raf is, Urf is something like nobody touch it in your life, you know what I mean? Nobody can Al-A'raf is like for example, my Al-A'raf, mine is God, you know what I mean? Because if there is somebody disrespecting God or saying anything about God, I'm gonna fight, you know what I mean? That's my Al-A'raf, you know what I mean? I'm gonna fight, you know what I mean? If somebody tells me today, and the other thing, Al-A'raf, my Al-A'raf, God, then the other thing is America, you know what I mean? If somebody trying to hurt America, I'm gonna fight, you know what I mean? I'm gonna fight. So that's my Al-A'raf. That's mine. You know what I mean? My Al-A'raf. So he's saying like stuff that in your life is you don't play around with. You know what I mean? There are Anfal. Anfal means, Nafal means like when the animal die, you know what I mean? So basically they're gonna die like animals. You know what I mean? So basically God's saying like Al-Anfal, He's saying like these people when they die, Nobody, like there is people today, we wish if they are dead. And there is people today, we will say like, oh please God, don't take him, don't kill him. Please God, don't let him die. There is people like that, you know what I mean? Al-Anfal is the people who's gonna die like nothing. Like, oh, he died, nobody cares, you know what I mean? People who die, people who want the people to want them to die, you know what I mean? Then a Tawbah that's mean forgiveness. And it's gonna take a lot of time if I read it all of it and I tell you the meaning. But what I'm saying is it's gonna take me a lot of time, you know. So basically, after the Tawbah there is Yunus, you know what I mean? And Hud, Yusuf, Ra'ad, Ibrahim, Al-Hajar, Al-Nahl. So basically, every surah name have wisdom, you know what I mean? The name have wisdom, you know what I mean? So let's focus on the number one is Al-Fatiha, that means the key. So the first thing you teach your son or your daughter is not Baba and Mama. You teach them the key, you know what I mean? The key is the first things that the people need to know. And after this video, I'm gonna try to explain the key, you know what I mean? I'm gonna do my best to translate the key, you know what I mean? But the key is the surah that you should teach your kids as soon as they start speaking, you know what I mean? And translate it to them, you know what I mean? Like you're supposed to teach them this and translate it to them. Let them understand this, because this is the key for everything, you know what I mean? The key of everything, you know what I mean? The first information that you need to know is the key. And I got the chance to learn this the key when I was 3 years old, you know what I mean? So that's late, you know what I mean? Late, I was saying Mama, Baba. I was speaking very well, fluent. I learned the key, you know what I mean? Too late, you know what I mean? But you're supposed to teach your kids at the beginning, you know what I mean? From the day one, you know what I mean? So that's the meaning of the Quran. So now I think you can say like Yunus, Yusuf, Hud, those kind of things is like how important is that person, you know what I mean? So like God mentioned in the Quran Yunus. So Yunus' story, focus on Yunus' story. It's not in the Quran everywhere. You're not gonna see Yunus' story in only one place. No, you'll see it in everywhere. You know what I mean? A little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there. So you need to put them together to come up with the story. You know what I mean? So Yunus' story is very important. You need to learn it. So it's very important, Yunus. Hud's story, very important. It's not only in this verse, in this surah. It's in all of the Quran, you know what I mean? It's in everywhere. Yusuf's story is very important, very important. So basically, the people that God mentioned them in the Quran, like Yunus, Hud, Yusuf, Ibrahim, like when you read their stories, focus on the story, you know what I mean? And the story is in everywhere, it's not in only one place. And the story is in everywhere because there is a fitna in the Quran, you know what I mean? So basically, these people, they will tell you, you need to put them together, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know how to say it. You need to go there and here, there and here, there and here, put them together, and then you will become with the solution. You know what I mean? This book is like, this book is unique. You know what I mean? It's unique. You know. So a room, that means This is, you know why God it's the surah number 30, you know what I mean? It's in the page 400 of 404, you know what I mean? A room is, it's the biggest war is gonna happen and ever happened in this planet. So you gotta really be careful, you know what I mean? Rome, the biggest Armageddon. You know what I mean? That's why God mentioned it in the Quran. It has surah, Rome, is Armageddon. You know what I mean? So it's, you will know it. You will know it. Al-Ahzab is Armageddon. You know what I mean? So basically, Rome, Al-Ahzab is Armageddon. Basically, let me tell you, what is surah, let me tell you. So basically these two, I think these two words, God mentioned them. Rum and Al-Ahzab. God mentioned those two words, you know what I mean? Then these two words, there is no another word. Al-Ahzab basically means the people who united against Islam, you know what I mean? That's Al-Ahzab, you know what I mean? So basically Ar-Rum is the leader of the Al-Ahzab, you know what I mean? The leader of Al-Ahzab is the Rum, you know what I mean? Al-Ahzab is the group, you know what I mean? And they will fighting who? God and the Islam, you know what I mean? Then you will see basically this the names of the surah. You need to put them together, you know what I mean? So basically Al-Fatiha, you know what I mean? So Al-Fatiha, Al-Fath, I have to read Al-Fatiha and the Al-Fatih have relation, you know what I mean? So Al-Fatiha and Fatih have a relation, so I have to put them together, you know what I mean? So Al-Anbiya and Al-Ibrahim and Yusuf and Hud and Yunus have relation, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? So you have to be careful about that, you know what I mean? Then there is animals, like there is Al-Ankabut, that means the spider, you know what I mean? And to be honest with you, as I think this is, like, I don't want to speak about it. But Al-Ankabut is put it with a room. So Al-Ankabut is the strategy, you know what I mean? It's my strategy of Armageddon, you know what I mean? That's the Al-Ankabut. So if you read the Al-Ankabut very well, you kind of recognize and realize the strategy of my strategy, you know what I mean, of the Armageddon, you know what I mean? So basically there is Muhammad, Burim Mudda Al-Anbiya and Burim Mudda. So put them together, you know what I mean? You will come with good information, you know what I mean? So basically this is 114 surah, you know what I mean? 114. And this is enough for you to believe in God, you know what I mean? This is enough. So basically this will make you look for more. And how you're gonna look for more is by getting closer to God, you know what I mean? And you will ask God, like, oh Lord, the other day in the dunya you mentioned An-Nahl, or you mentioned Ibrahim is your friend. So why Ibrahim is your friend? Then God will tell you Ibrahim is my friend because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know what I mean? So you will be like, God, yeah, Surah Al-Kahf, you said that, this and that, then So you look for more. And God said in the Quran, He said, if we tell you everything, the whole the whole water in this planet, if we use it as a ink, it will finish. And God word, it didn't finish yet. It didn't start yet. You know what I mean? God word, God talk or words or information didn't start yet. Like the information didn't start. The whole water in this planet, even inside in the bottom of the earth, those all waters, if you use it as an ink, it's not the starting even. God didn't tell you even 1%. So basically that's how it is, you know what I mean? So we will start with the Al-Fatiha very soon. So I just want you to know this and understand this, and talk to you soon. See you in the next video.